All right. This question comes from A. Hey. I'm a married 27-year-old woman. I've been with my wife for 7 years.
Lesbian.
Married for
Or
3.
maybe not.
She's 8 years older than me and has a much higher sex drive than me. I've always identified as asexual, but could have sex to please her. This changed when I went on antidepressants. Ever since then, even though I no longer take them, I have zero drive to have sex no matter how hard I try. I've talked to my wife about it and she says she's fine with it. I know she really is, but I still feel bad. I want to make her feel good, but I don't know how, especially now that she sort of expects me not to want to do anything. What should I do?
Oof. Yeah, that's tough. And I feel both sides of the coin there, because like during pregnancy, I think it was just my body going like, you did it, you're pregnant, no longer need to have sex for at least the next 9 months, so I'm
Right,
good.
because that's like biology speaking.
Yeah. So I told Michael, I was like, I listen, I'm sorry, but I have like zero sex drive right now, so I'm just gonna be over here in my corner reading my book.
Yeah.
So even then, like, there's definitely stuff you can do together that has that intimacy that isn't explicitly sexual, if that makes sense. Like, there's still ways that you guys can be and intellectually sexy with each other, perhaps.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah,
tell me more about that.
I mean, I completely agree.
Do you
It's
like to read? Got some Harry Potter books.
Nah,
You're
no,
doing
yeah,
fine.
Harry Potter's great for that.
Gets me off every time.
I've been on anti-anxiety medication like off and on since I was 11 and like consistently for like years for a while now. And like that has completely killed my libido, plus like, you know, family stresses and all
Sure.
that. And so like that's something that like Josh and I deal with, where it's like I'm not maybe the most sexual person in the world, but like we still really have a good time with each other and enjoy each other's company so much and express our love in different ways than just sexually, that like it's still fulfilling. And for a long time I was worried that he wasn't satisfied and like had the whole like,
Sure.
if you need to get your rocks off, we can discuss like what that means, like blah blah blah. And like it just came down to he sees more in me than just the sexual side of our relationship, and whatever like that relationship means to both of us is what we're happy to find together.
Yeah.
So beautiful, Maggie.
That is beautiful. And
Right, that's
I
some
think
snaps.
there's ebbs and flows too in relationships. Like I definitely have been there where it's like, man, I am so stressed or busy and just like the last thing I'm thinking about every day is sex, and you feel like you're almost failing your partner in a way.
Yeah.
But as long as you have that open communication and our understanding of the other person's needs too, like it seems like she's very understanding of like, I know that my wife is a sexual person and I feel like I'm not doing something to please her, but she might be thinking like, it's totally fine.
Right.
Like I'm just happy to be with you and to love you and whatever you need. There's ways of pleasing yourself sexually that maybe she could look into.
Yeah.
I'm not saying this is necessarily the road to go down, but some people opt for an open relationship in that
Right.
sense, so their partner could get what they want from someone else in that sense.
Yep.
That could open up a whole nother door.
Yeah.
Same thing, I don't know the details, obviously, but maybe this is a situation where the person who has more of a sexual drive can be pleased while the other person just kind of says, okay, like, here you go. Like, I will do this for you, but I'm not really experiencing the same amount of pleasure that you are, but I want this for you. That's
Yeah.
it. Much like a nice massage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's also she says that they've been together for
7 years.
7 years.
Married for 3.
And so I would hope that at that point you know each other very well and know how to communicate. And I would just trust that your partner, you know, obviously knows this about you and still like there's not anything to like love you in spite of. Like it, you know, it's a natural, normal thing for you.
Yeah.
So just trust that she is telling you the truth and like you don't have to feel bad about it because you shouldn't. Like
Yeah, you shouldn't
you're
feel
completely
guilty
valid
for
in feeling the way you do.
yeah, for what you want or what you don't want in life. She mentioned at the end, I want to make her feel good, but I don't know how, especially now that she sort of expects me not to want to do anything. What should I do? I think, yeah, there's also like, I'm very inexperienced with this. I could be talking out of my ass, but there's some pretty simple ways you could please a partner without being sexually involved. Getting a good vibrator.
Yeah.
And maybe just like,
Those panties with the remote control.
yeah. So like there's still ways to like connect in that sense where you're not necessarily sexually involved or having to be the reciprocant.
Yes.
Recipient. I totally forgot the word.
Yeah, it's reciprocated sexual activity from a recipient.
There you go.
There we go.
I mean, I also think it's like, hopefully it never gets to the point where y'all are making assumptions about what the other person wants
Right. Yeah.
sexually in the relationship, and that line of communication is still open. So it's
Yeah.
like, if you do feel like your partner or your wife or whoever it is feels that they're like unable to approach you if they have a desire, then make sure that you're communicating through those moments.
What do you guys feel like in your relationships is like the most intimate moments that's not like sexual that you guys experience?
Maggie and I rarely make eye contact when we date as well. It happened. It happened again. Oh.
Whoa.
Oh,
Attention
no.
here.
Is staying all this time.
Which is funny. I don't know. Side deviation, I guess. But in college, people were like, "You guys are dating, right?" We're like, "No,
Yeah.
absolutely not. We're just like those friends."
Yeah.
No boundaries.
I don't know. I think I've talked about it before on Always Open, but like if Michael and I are having an especially shitty day, like we make a point to tell each other like what we like most about each other, and that's like really, you know, really emotionally intimate. I think. So
Yeah.
that works for us.
It's very special.
Yeah.
Yeah, similar to Trevor and I, it's just like just having like a really long talk. But also I love cuddling. Not when I'm going to sleep, but like in the morning on a weekend, I'm like, I just want to cuddle here for like 15 minutes and just like spend that time. But also just like laughing together, something I feel like is such an intimate moment with someone, and like just being goofy and silly and being yourself and having fun together. Just like such a strong part of a relationship that I feel like you could find so much pleasure out of that.
Yeah. We've been getting really into The Bachelor lately.
I need to start the new season. I haven't
It's
started it yet.
it's intense, but I think it's also just like it's something I would never watch before. Like I even tried to watch it with Barbara once, and I was just like, I can't do this. But
Shoot, I wasn't right for her.
I cannot give you the rose.
It's understandable.
But what we like to do is we'll watch shows or Bachelor or something, reality TV, and we call it 69ing, or we'll like switch sides and rub each other's feet.
So cute.
So it's great because you get like an hour massage,
Yeah.
an hour foot massage.
That's
and you're
great.
getting really intimate, but you know, I mean, there's like there's little intimacies in like different moments, right? It's not like there's little things like every morning, like I like to wake up and like make her breakfast and stuff like that. Like that's a part of a thing, like my routine that I like feel fulfilled
It's
with.
your active service.
Yeah, it's like that's how I like. Even this morning, like she was gonna eat some like Cheerios or something, and I was like, oh, like, I'll get them out for you, and like she's like, you don't have to do that, and I was like, I know, but like that's like part of my day.
Yeah.
You know, especially when we were first started dating, like, and she would spend the night. I would like get up and make us both breakfast before, you know, going on with our days and stuff. So
Yeah.
it's just like finding little things like that.
Yeah, I do love small stuff like that. Like when Michael and I first started dating, he was staying at Jack's house at the time. So we would just go and drive around with each other and chat. And that's
Yeah.
pretty awesome. If you want to do that for a little bit, I mean, just an hour of chatting in the car. When you're in that confined space too, and all you have is each other to talk to, you're going to learn a lot about each other.
There's also something that takes the pressure off when you're facing forward in
Yeah,
the car.
I agree.
You could have like
I
some
hate
of the
eye
most
contact. I don't like it. No.
You could have some of your most intimate conversations.
5 seconds max. That's it. That's it. We're done.
That's all I need.
So
what about
4
with your,
years with you.
what about with your kids? Do you refuse to make eye
God.
contact with your kids?
That's hard too. Like I love my children, but that's like cool with me. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like they're
Well, yeah.
excited and happy. And you're
Right.
like, yeah. Like
How do you do it then?
Living
Because
life.
we do a lot of conventions where people come up and are like talking
hard.
to you.
Look at the floor.
I mean, I posted about it too. I'm like, listen, I'm so sorry to anyone I meet who leaves and is like, what a weirdo. Like, she's such a freak. I'm like, nice to meet you. Hi, that's my co-star, and that's another voice line. You want to sign? Okay, see you.
Doing the
Bye,
up and
bye.
down.
Okay,
By the end of the day, your neck is just like, ugh.
pretty much.
It is very intense. What about you, Maggie? Some nice intimacy
yeah.
you guys enjoy, partake in.
There's a podcast that we listen to that like has a movie component to it. So like we watch the movies and like listen to the podcast together.
cute.
And like we debate everything and like, I don't know. It's just like, you know, our little weekend ritual basically is.
Everyone's got them.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
talking about a podcast on a podcast?
Yeah, I wasn't going to name it.
Well, yeah.
How dare, are you cheating on us?
Wow. Wow.
It's always
Good news.
open.
You're good. There you go. Yeah, that's it. I listen always open with my partner. Check it out. Good news.
There's actually, yeah, we get a lot of people who
Yeah.
write in and they're like, I watch it with my girlfriend or
That's
my
awesome.
boyfriend. Yeah.
Nice. Unrelated,
Parents-
but have you
parents
talked to
are
our children recently? Where are they?
No, one is in LA.
Oh.
And, Ashley's working at
Who are your
one
children?
of the kids.
You got kids?
I thought you meant,
We have 4 children, right?
Yeah.
How many do we have?
No,
I'm a horrible
3?
father.
We had 3?
are these,
Yeah, we had 4. I forgot about
we
Tommy.
did have 4, yeah.
Oh shit.
These made-up children.
Friends of yours?
No,
Or?
they were friends that we adopted because we were an honorary lesbian but not lesbian couple.
Yeah. They were like the parents of like our drama club in
Yes.
college.
Oh.
Pretty much, yeah. And then we tried to spin that into a web series that didn't launch at all.
It's online, but
There's still a Facebook
not-
group for it.
Oh my God, I love it.
Empty. There's like one person. It's me. I'm the one person in there.
I get notifications like every time. Like I log into Facebook once a month,
Yeah.
and it's like, hey,
Someone checked out our
this
theory of
yeah.
relativity. I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Why do I?
What are you
that?
doing?
And Lindsay, you're the daddy in this situation?
Yes, I am.
Of course. Look at this big dad energy.
I am a top.
BDE.
Help it.